big road trip. The Fresno Pacific Sunbirds have 2 important Pac West games before a 4-game homestand. So we're going to catch up with head coach Tim Beauregard. But some good news coming out this week. The D2 CSC poll ranking you guys 5th in the West region, the highest ranking in the NCAA era for Fresno Pacific women's basketball. You've been here for 8 years. What does that mean to you to be continually climbing like this? You guys were 6th a couple of weeks ago. Now you make it to 5th. What does that mean?
I think it's just, a sustained level of play and, consistency in our program and our culture. And, when I first took over here, we talked a lot about the fingerprints that those first couple of groups were going to have on our program forever, right? As long as I was here, that culture that was established. And, Ryan said this the other day, our director of basketball operations, that she wishes that some of those players could come experience what they helped build and where we've gotten it to. And so I think you're just, I think the toughest people in our lives are the most consistent. And so we talk about that with our team is what does consistency look like on a day-to-day basis. And it's been fun to watch this group kind of fight for the right things every single day. Chase the best version of themselves and in turn the best version of our team, and do it with a level of consistency and sacrifice and all the things that come from showing up every day and chasing that version of yourself to help. And so I think to me that's what it says. It just says that we've been making some good choices, that we've cared about the right things, and that they have sacrificed because it matters to them to be successful. And it matters to them because they're also really selfless. They want the shine for their teammates. And so that part has been fun.
You've talked a lot, too, about what the ceiling of this team might be and how, with that consistency, you kind of continue to raise it. One of the things with this ranking is the fact that you guys leaped Dominican for the first time in the rankings this year, and you play 2 of the next 3 games against them, right? So as you look at this schedule, right, the accolades are nice, but at the same time, you guys are very focused on raising that ceiling. And what does this group have to do to continue to do that in this stretch?
Broken record time. We have to just win in the fringes and the margins, right? It's not these huge, we had practice today, it wasn't come in and everybody needs to get this much better today. It's, can you be a little bit more together? Can you be a little bit more focused? Can you have a little bit better connectivity? Can your timing and spacing just be a touch better in everything we do? And that's the most important thing to us right now as we look at this next stretch. It's great. The ranking is fun, but we got a lot of work ahead of us that we have to show up with the consistency and the energy and the excitement to believe that our best basketball is ahead. And that's the most important thing right now. We don't want to be playing our best basketball and point to it a week ago or 2 weeks ago. We want our best basketball to be the next game. And really the next practice, the next film session, the next scout. Everything has to be like honed in. There has to be a level of focus and desire that we're not done. And this game will humble you if you slip up on that. So we have to honor the gift every single day that we're given to get better together.
So you have the game against Dominican, and then you play Art on the road. Those are 2 of your only 3 remaining road games before the would-be conference tournament, and then the game against Dominican as well as the game against Azusa at the end of the year, coupled with the home game against Dominican. 3 teams that are in the mix for the postseason. That's really it when you look at this schedule. How do you stay focused on the task at hand, especially starting with a big one like the road game at Dominican?
These Dominican games are big, but we've been talking with our team that every game is a playoff game for us right now. We can't look at it any other way than that. No matter who's in front of us, we have to be our best, and we have to treat it like a playoff game, because in fact it really is. Yeah. If we're in the driver's seat right now, which is really fun and it's exciting, and this group is mature enough that we talk about that with them. We're not hiding that from them. There's no dangling of a carrot. If you play well, you'll get this. It's just open, honest dialogue, which our culture has allowed us to do with the type of people that we recruit because they have the maturity to process those things. We just have to keep on playing our best basketball. And so no matter who is left on our schedule and in front of us, we have to be great. And it's fun to be in the driver's seat, but Dominican knows that they can take that driver's seat right back from us on Thursday. And so it'll be a challenging and fun couple of weeks to finish.
Yeah, when you look at that, you talk about the playoff-like atmosphere with these 2 road games at Dominican and Art. What does that mean specifically for those 2 games in terms of how you guys need to approach it?
I don't think it changes anything for us. I think, it's been fun to be undefeated at home this year, and we can lean into that. Pre-game talks, we can lean into that at home. But again, the maturity of this group, I think they understand that what can they sacrifice just a little bit more? What can they edit to amplify, right? What can they edit in their life so that it amplifies who they are for our team, right? While staying on top of academics and all of the other things that student athletes do on a day-to-day basis. But I don't know if it changes too much as far as the overall goal, which is, can we just play better basketball on Thursday than we did last Saturday, right? And I think the bigger picture of that is, like we said earlier, it's in all the nuances. If that's the case, then we need to have our best practice the day before. If that's the case, then our shoot-around needs to be a little bit more locked in. And this group's answered the bell on that. So it's been fun to be able to challenge them. But they understand, right? We just got done and we talked about it. We said, hey, do what you need to do tonight. Edit whatever you need to edit. Get ahead on homework. Whatever you need to do so that when we get on the bus tomorrow morning and we head up there for practice, that this part is amplified. This final run for us is everything we've got. And the cool thing is that all the hands are on the steering wheel. And we're all steering in the same direction. We're all pointed in the same direction. Nobody's pulling the wheel in a different way. There's a lot of belief in our locker room in their teammates, and that's been fun to see.
Well, the wheel is headed to the Bay Area for a game against Dominican on Thursday. Look for the women's basketball team on ABC 7 this week with Alec Nolan in the Good Sports section. And then Saturday, the Sunbirds will be at Art U. Head coach Tim Beauregard as we look ahead to the week ahead for the Sunbirds.